Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's coffee time, cook time, storm time tonight. Boy, is it stormy. It's a spring storm. Tomorrow is the first full day of spring, and we will have storms during spring. And tomorrow's the longest day of the year. Yeah. Which sounds great, but that means every day after that it gets shorter. It's spring solstice. Is that right? Somebody tell me. I was putting off cooking for it stormed or something. I thought, well, I'm going to let it storm a minute, and then we'll cook later. It ain't going to quit. I don't look like. So I'm just going to cut up some sweet peppers here. Don't care for cooked green peppers, but I do like some cooked sweet peppers. This may be the last use of these because I've had them a long time. They last a long time. I don't mind to buy them, and I use a lot of them. So I'm just cutting them open, taking the little ribs and the little seeds out, just like that. Just get rid of all that stuff. Just like that. Out it comes. And one more. I don't like the seeds. We plant the seeds. Is it storming where you're at? What's your weather like? I can't hardly see. Hi from Columbia. That ain't Columbia, that's Cahoot, Georgia. Anita. I'm going to put this red one. He is about gone, but I thought, well, he's colorful. Let's see if he's got any good left. And he does. Bless his little heart. I'm making brats and veggies. Simple, easy, quick. No problem at all. And there's no limit to what kind of veggies you can use. If you want to use more than what I'm using, that's good. If you have more, that's good. I've got some cauliflower in there. I didn't want to use it. I like raw cauliflower. I like cooked cauliflower too, okay? But I just didn't use it. So I'll just clean these out, stretch them out here. And I'm just going to throw these in the Micro Pro. This is something else y'all can fix. Let's go down here and check it out. So this is just a little extra virgin olive oil. This I use for flavor. Now if I'm just wanting to grease the pan, I might use avocado oil, but the olive oil does have some good flavors to it. Now you're seeing this is all real time. These are just smoked Bratwurst, and they are the same kind we always use. We love them. I'm going to fix a cupful. That's all I'm going to do. That's just smoked Bratwurst. I'm going to put them right in there. Then I'm going to take these sweet peppers, and I'm just going to chop them up long ways. I'm not going to dice them. I'm not putting a good chop on them or all that stuff that they would do sometimes. They're just going right in there. Right in the pot they go. This is something I like. Mama's not crazy over it, I'll be honest with you. That's one reason I'm fixing it tonight. She's not here. And I thought I could fix brats and veggies and do them like I do them. And there's that color. Look at that. That did make a difference, though. And on top, this is just sweet Vidalia onion or Texas sweet onion, whatever you want to call him. And I'm just putting them in. It's going to be kind of like the fair here. It's not going to smell the house up though, because I'm fixing it in here and I'm fixing it in the microwave. That is going to be delicious. To this, I'm going to add salt and pepper. Just your basic salt and pepper. I'll just use table pepper tonight. Sometimes I crack it, myself. I could crack a little bit on there because it might give a flavor or two. Might touch a flavor bud, mightn't it? All right, let's try it. This is your tricolor peppercorns. That's it, folks. It's deliciousness. I'm going to put a little bit of y'all's secret on there just because I like it. This is just y'all's brand secret, and it's just a little bit of onion and garlic powder and some other seasons. It just makes it delicious. I've tried this on so many things, and I've liked it on every one of them. So that's that. Now, here's the part I'll lose a few of you will say, John, this is just a jar of sauerkraut. I buy this in the jar. I like it really well. And I'm just going to put him right on top there. I'm draining it with a slotted spoon. Just like that. Now, there's nothing complicated about this supper. But is it tasty? Is it delicious? Is it filling? Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm going to put this on the press down mode because I want it to press down on there and brown everything really good, okay? What do you think about that? Hi from, I froze y'all up. What do y'all think about this? I wish y'all could come to Atlanta. Cheryl, we love Atlanta. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Yum. Okay, into the microwave it goes. And let's just see how long we have to leave them in there to get a good flavor on them. I'm going to try, I'll go 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Don't know why I picked that, because I've not fixed this in there. I fixed this in a skillet. But I'm going to try it in the microwave grill tonight. Looks delicious, Linda said. I thought I might lose y'all with the sauerkraut on top. No? Good. Hi from Alabama, Anita. How are you? She is out with her friends, and she's been gone for a few days. Charles, you're right. She is out with her friends. She'll tell you all about it when she comes back. I would tell you about it, but all I care about is she safe? And are you having a good time? Yes. I asked her last night, I said, so where are you going tomorrow? She said, I don't know. I said, you don't know? I said, do you care? And she said, no, I really don't. I'm just going to get up, do wherever they go, and just enjoy it and have a good time. I said, Mama, that is such a good way of looking at it. Just go and have a good time. She said, I don't have to drive. All I have to do is be there. So I'm not going to worry about it. So I love that. When you go on trips and stuff, that is one of the beauties of it. You don't have to worry about it. It's already planned. It's already usually paid for. Everything's usually is fixed. You just go and enjoy it. And that is good. Rainy day in South Carolina. Yep, it is here too, David and Jennifer. I cooked pork chops in my microwave grill tonight, and they were delicious, weren't they, Robin? Pork chops are delicious in it. They're so easy and they're tender. Did you ever use solar cooking? Never, Bonnie. Where is Maggie? Maggie is, well, I told you Stormy. Maggie's laying in her bed. It's not been that much lightning, but we've had some rumblings of thunder. They've kind of calmed down for the moment. She came in there and laid on my feet for 30, 40 minutes. And when I first come home. And then I guess she braved up and said, I'm good. And she went on to her bed. Love your shirt. Well, thank you. It's bright, isn't it? I debated, is it fall? Is it spring? And then I didn't care. because you all know me, I work in the fall and the spring. But it's bright. It's got a pretty blue in it and a pretty orange in it. And the orange flowers are really blooming right now. I've been terribly jealous. Some of y'all can help me with this, and I'm sure it's not the right name of it, but my granny had an orange plant. Wasn't a stemmy bush. It was green and it had beautiful dark orange small flowers, but they clustered almost like a Queen Anne's lace or something. They were pretty good size, but they clustered, and she always called it mock orange bush. And it would just pop up every spring, and it would grow all year. And I've seen it, something either it or its cousin on the side of the road today, and I thought I'd love to have some of that back in our yard because it was in my granny's yard for years, and it came up every year, and it just quit. It just quit one day, or one season it didn't come up. So it was called mock orange, and I've seen tons of it today on the side of the road. And then I don't know what y'all call them. We call them tiger lilies or wild lilies, and they're orange, and they're on the side of the road. I'd love to have some of those in the yard because they're so pretty. I love orange, and I love flowers. So both of those have been very intriguing to me today because where I was at was tons of them. Any dark sides? Nope, no sides. I don't do sides. Mama likes sides. Like, she likes the mashed potatoes and that stuff. I'll eat them, but a lot of times my stuff is one-hit wonders, one-pot wonders. I just want to, do one thing and clean one thing and get it done. John, we call them butterfly bushes. Betty, it may not be the same thing because we have something called butterfly bushes too. But are you talking about the orange ones? I'm not sure. My little dog gets very upset when the weather changes. Maggie hates storms. She hates storms. I have tiger lilies. Oh, Roxanne, I love them. The best rain we are hearing on your video in North Carolina. Now that's the microwave. But now if I'm out in the porch area, you can hear it on the roof. Micro Grill, who is Bonnie, says hello from Missouri. I've got to get the Micro Pro Grill, everything you cook in it. Looks so good. Bonnie, it was on sale last month. But they still have it. My hubby named one of, come back here, our kitty's tiger. Little orange one. I have tiger lilies on my flower bed. Oh, Rita, see, I love them. People say, those are a nuisance. I think they're beautiful. How's the garden doing with the heavier? It's wonderful, Anita. I think it's grown 3 inches since Mama left. It's beautiful because I'm checking on that garden. I could get in trouble. I've checked on the raised bed, but that's all she's got now is raised beds. Hi, John and Momma from California. Hey, Tony, how are you? John, I made sweet potato pound cake with maple frosting. Yum, yum. Well, share that with us, Sherry. Send us that recipe. That sounds good. Tiger lilies are toxic to dogs. Linda, really? Hello. Enjoy watching y'all. Maggie wouldn't eat a tiger lily, I don't believe, if it's out in the yard. I have loaded baked potato for supper. That sounds good, too. How's your sunroom doing? The sun porch, they got some walls up, so it should be long. They just have to put up 2 walls, one wall and another wall, because it's going against this part of the house. Well, thank you, Timmy. We love being here. Hi, John from Florida here. Hey, Donna, how are you? We might have a tomato by October. Ooh. We'll have tomatoes before then. I hope you have them before October. Rodney, is your weather, is that bad? Are you talking about the rain? Ours need a little rain. Well, that cake sounds delicious. It does, Brandy. Hi, John and Momma from Missouri. Hey, Penny, how are you? I'm smelling peppers. I'm smelling onions. We got 1 minute left. She's out with her friends. Charles, thank you. Mama's out with her friends. She's fine. She's fine as frog hair split 4 ways. She's feeling good. She's enjoying her friends. I talked to her this morning. I can't wake her up. They wake up, but she'll tell me every night, "Call me up in the morning." Hi, John from Mississippi. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Hi, John from Birmingham, Alabama. Hey, Karen, we've been to Birmingham. How are you and Maggie? When is Mama coming home? Margie, I think she'll be home. It was just 3 days or 4. She'll call me and tell me to come pick her up. I really don't. She leaves me an agenda. Today's Tuesday. She should be home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She should be home Monday, Tuesday. It took her Monday, Tuesday. She'll either be home Thursday evening or Friday. I'm not sure. Our friends have been here today and took care of Maggie. I was glad they was here because it was Stormy. And she loves them. She's looking for them. Her mama won right now. Is Mama gone for overnight? Yeah, Dean, she's gone overnight. Hi from Kentucky. Hey, Anna. Hey, John. Meanwhile, here in East Texas, temperature's 94 and heat index 111. Jody, you're making me suffocate. Our weather's been great. I mean, really, we've had a wonderful spring. Some years in East Tennessee, you don't get all 4 seasons. That's just a fact. Some years we go winter, we get 3 days of spring, and then we go hot summer. And we're on hot from April on, it seems like. This year has been wonderful. We've had cooler temperatures. We've had spring-like weather. We've had rain. It's just been a wonderful spring, in my opinion. Now, some of y'all like that early summer hot stuff. Tomorrow's officially the first day of summer, and it'll be warm, I'm sure, but 80s, even lower 90s. But when it's 111, come on now. Hey, John, I love Stormy. But I do too, Janice, for a minute. I like a good storm. It's not a lot of wind. I don't never like wind. Wind is, but like a rumbling, that thunder rolling. I love that. I can take the whole day of that if I can read a book and sit on the porch. Wind, I don't. When the wind blows, I get nervous. Power goes out, trees fall, wrecks, accidents, rain blows in places it shouldn't blow. You might blow up a storm. 106 in Texas. Kathy, I've been to Texas, and they told me when I was there, said, "Oh, it's a dry heat." I said, "It's a dry hot heat." It was 111 one day when we was there in one place because they had a huge thermometer. And I said, "No wonder it's on, but it's a dry." I said, "Dry nothing." East Tennessee, we have got a lot of moisture. I mean, let's face it, our air is like being in a fish aquarium. Ask anybody with hair. They'll tell you it's fuzzy. And it's just damp. But dry heat would be better on some occasions, but hot's hot. Tomorrow is going to be the longest day of the year, 16 hours of daylight. I know. Stacy, longest day. There's something you can do with an egg on the 21st is spring season. Can you stand an egg on its end? And it'll stand there. Is that what they say? Y'all tell me. I don't know. I just remember as a kid in science class we tried it or something. We're beeping. We're through. Let's go over here and check it out. Y'all sit right there. And I hate to leave you, but I gotta go get it. So don't move. All right. Let's try it out here. Let's try it out, see what we got. Don't. Yeah. Let me get a mat just in case. All right, I'm just gonna trust that it's had time to do its thing. We're just gonna trust that it's had time to do its thing, okay? Puppet show after lunch, after supper. That's a silicone Tupperware glove. All right, folks, I'm gonna let y'all look at this with me. Come on down here. Okay, now this is probably hot because it does get hot. Oh, my. Look at that perfection. Look at that brown. Look at that brat that's brown. Isn't that wonderful? I got me a plate. I'm going to rearrange here. Okay, sit on your mats. These mats are wonderful, but they... Okay. I'm going to set you on the glove now. Look at there. Look at there. That kraut, look how brown and delicious. Look at that brat. How wonderful he browned up. Can y'all see that? I'll bring it up there. Don't you worry. I'm on my way. See that? That's what I like. Brown to perfection. And I've got enough for lunch. Onions. Oh, yeah. Those are cooked to perfection. They're not too done. They're just right. This little pepper, it's going to be so good. I'm telling you. And now, let's get us some of this beautiful cauliflower. What's wrong with you, John? Kraut. Beautiful kraut. Beautiful kraut. Now, I said Mama wouldn't eat this. She might with the sweet peppers and the kraut. But she wouldn't want all the onions. And she would probably say just on the side. And she'd eat her brats just on a piece of bread. We could compromise on this one. We've made this one before. And a little bit of just yellow mustard. That's all I'm putting on there. Let's look at it, folks. Now that's downtown. That's just like downtown. I wish y'all could smell it. I'm not even going to say smell-o-vision because everybody says that, but it's the truth. I wish y'all could smell the peppers, the onions, the brats. And you can put these on a bun if you want to. I'm just not going to do it tonight. I'm just not going to do the bun. I think I like it without it. Let's bless it, okay? Mama's not here, so y'all bless it with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for the nourishment for our bodies, dear Lord. And we just pray that you'll be with us and watch over us. Be with Mama as she's traveling, dear Lord. And just watch over them and give them road mercies, dear Lord. And watch over all the prayer requests. You know the needs and you know the hurt, dear Lord. We just pray that you'll touch each and every person, those spoken and unspoken. Be with our world and be with our children. And put a hedge of protection on each and every one. In your name we pray. Amen. Are you guys ready for the first bite? I don't have to taste this to see if it's good because I eat this. I love it. I'm telling you, it's a keeper. That brat, that onion, those peppers, a little yellow mustard. If you don't like yellow mustard, leave it off. If you'd rather have yours on a bun, put it on a bun. Those veggies, 9 minutes, 2 brats, and the onions and the peppers. They're so tender. They really are. They're perfect. They really are. And they don't smell the house up. So I'm not going to come in tomorrow and think, oh, what's that peppers and onions smell? It's always amazed me at how you can cook something and it tastes so good. And you think, wow, that was a good meal. And you leave out of the house And you come back, and as soon as you open the door, you're like, ugh, what's that smell? Like salmon patties are so good, but you don't want to smell them 3 days later. Hamburgers, to me. If you fry hamburgers in a skillet, you got to burn some candles and carry on. You know, put something in the air. Open some windows to get all that smell out. I made porcupine meat. Whoa, wait. Come back down there. Catherine, I've made all kinds of meatloaves. I made porcupine meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and white corn for dinner. Now, Catherine, is that a typo? You don't eat a porcupine, do you? Catherine, can you tell us about this porcupine meatloaf? Does anybody else know about porcupine meatloaf? Catherine, can you give us the recipe? Now, where might one find a pre-dressed porcupine? I definitely ain't going. Catherine, we're waiting for an update on that one. I miss Mama Barbara. I do too. I appreciate y'all for putting up with me. I know you all are being very kind, just tuning in while Mama's not here. Everybody tunes in to see Mama, and y'all just tolerate me. I know that. In the beginning, Mama wouldn't even come on. I'm so glad she did. Or there would be no coffee time with John and Momma. And what would I do? Really, what would I do? Who would I be having supper with tonight while Mama's off traveling? Okay, Catherine, we're still waiting on that porcupine meatloaf. Laura, it is good. I hate I'm making you hungry. Have you already eaten, Laura? It's 8:07. I'm eating late because of the storm, because I was going to wait it out. I would have been on here at 6:30. Ham, maple, sweet potatoes, green beans here. Gina, that sounds wonderful. It has rice. That's not Gina's, is it? No. This is Greg, and Tina says it has rice. Oh, Greg, are you talking about the porcupine meatloaf? Is that what you call it when you put rice in it? You love that with fish. Fried bologna and egg sandwich. Oh, very. I love fried bologna and egg sandwiches. It's meatloaf with rice in it, Evelyn said. Oh, y'all don't. Oh, I'm so glad. So you're saying if I put rice in my regular meatloaf, I call it porcupine meatloaf? I can't. The images that was going through my mind. First, where does one find a porcupine? Second, when you find one, how do you clean him? Third, are there that much meat on a porcupine? But rice and meatloaf? I'm with you on that one. That would be. I've done that one before. Have I had porcupine meatloaf and didn't know it? See, we learn from each other. Thank you. It's meatloaf with rice, Evelyn. Thank you. It has rice in it. Bonnie, how can y'all have the memo and I didn't? It has rice, Cindy says. Oh, y'all are helping. Thank you. I've heard of porcupine meatballs. Well, Jeannie, of course, it's just meatballs with rice. I didn't know that. I make porcupine balls made with hamburger, tomato, onions, and peppers. It's your son's favorite, Sheila. I think porcupine meatloaf probably has rice in it. Thank you, Mona. You are correct. I miss Mama, but I love you both. Well, thank you, Kim. Greetings to you and Mama from Northern Illinois. My Mama made porcupine meat by putting rice and hamburger mixture. I'm having smothered red beans and rice and smoked sausage. Oh, that sounds good too. Well, thank y'all for clearing up that porcupine. I had never heard that. See, you live and learn. And I'm glad Jen's cleared it up. Because we don't have no porcupines around here. But let me tell y'all something. We didn't used to have any armadillos around here either. We've had some sightings. We've had several sightings, in fact, in the road. I mean, I'm not going into details, but there were still enough that they could confirm that they were armadillos. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. Are they harmful in any way? I know West Tennessee's had armadillos for years, but we had none here. And now, on 2 different occasions, 2 different people have confirmed them. So we can add that to our list of new critters. I think they're kind of cute. I really do. I have made it before, Debbie says. Egg salad sandwich here in tomato. Regina, where'd you get that tomato? Is it a homegrown tomato? I'm still buying Romas at the store and pretending like they're homegrown for the moment. But there's green tomatoes out in Mama's bed. I've seen them. They're just shining like jewels, like little jewels just shining through the leaves. It's beautiful. The only armadillos I see are feet up on the backside of a road, Melissa. Yeah, that's where these was at too, Melissa. But they had to be in the area to get in the road, so I'm thinking they've arrived. They've probably been here for several years. Oh, here's somebody, Ella. Let me see if I can see more. Sometimes it don't let me see more. Ella, I don't know, it's not letting me see more, but you've got a recipe here. Ella, thank you for posting that. For people who can see more, go to Ella Cummins there. She has put down a recipe for porcupine meatloaf. Oh, thank you, Sue Elliott. Chicken pot pie tonight. Gina, that sounds delicious. Y'all give me some ideas. Thank you, Linda. Armadillos will go where it's hot. Really, Kathy? I don't think it's any hotter here, but they're here. I had meatloaf from Cracker Barrel tonight. Well, dang, that's a smart move. Cracker Barrel does the cooking, Cracker Barrel does the serving and the dishes. That's a smart move. Scrambled eggs and toast for me tonight. Gail, that sounds good too. I love scrambled eggs, toast, and tomatoes. I've told y'all this over and over, but that's my favorite breakfast. Just scrambled eggs, homegrown tomatoes chopped up on my plate, in toast. I could eat that every morning. I've never had the opportunity to burn out on it. I'll put it that way. I may get tired of it, but I can eat it. When tomatoes come in, that's usually what I have. And I'll even do it in the winter with canned tomatoes. We have lots of armadillos in southern Illinois and over into Missouri. Mary, we've had them in Tennessee for a long time, just not in East Tennessee. But the first one they posted on Facebook, I was like, wow, I wonder if somebody just brought that in here. Then it wasn't a week or two later, somebody else posted another one. And I thought, in a different area here. And I thought, well, there's probably here. They're probably, about. Bruce says armadillos will tear up your garden. Well, they ain't that cute now. What do? You fence them out? Can you fence them out? How big of an emergency we got on our hands here, Bruce? How do you get rid of them? Will Irish Spring soap get rid of them too? Or hair clippings? They said that's for deer. I had popcorn for dinner. Teresa done that many nights. I put pepper, onions, and celery this season. Breadcrumbs and ketchup. Oh, that sounds good. Does anybody know how to get rid of them with pesky vermin? You see how quickly I turn. They're cute. Till I mess with my garden. That's like deer. I love to look at them. They're welcome out here in the yard. But when they go through and eat the tops of my tomato plants off, or they eat my beans, they ain't so cute no more, and they start looking more like jerky. Just saying. Tuna melt, Chris, I would eat that. Mama wouldn't touch it. She'll eat tuna salad, but she don't know hot tuna. We have had armadillos here in the north central Arkansas for a while now. Jen, I guess you probably had them better. Mama, are you not watching Coffee Time? She'll probably tune in now to see. Is he on? Finishing up, trying to reconnect. Well, folks, I'm going to go and call Mama back before she thinks I'm laid. Like one more time, the rescue squad will be called because she'll be thinking I'm laid up somewhere. Or she'll be calling one of my aunts and saying, I can't get him to answer the phone. Go over and see if he's falling or something. That's real love. When your mama sends a rescue squad because she can't get a hold of you, you know she likes you a little bit. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay safe if you got storms going on. And I was going to say get out and do something, but even at 8 o'clock you could if it's pretty. Stay in tonight. Watch a movie or play a game with the kids or something. But, you know, it's Tuesday. Make you some memories. I'm going to finish eating my broth. I'm going to put this in a little bit of Tupperware, and I'm going to have that for lunch tomorrow. And we're set to go. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for the porcupine meatloaf recipe. I may try that sometime. Wonder how many views I would get on something if I put on there having porcupine meatloaf tonight. There's some people out there like me don't know what in the world that is. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll when I get off here, I can go back and pick them recipes up because I can see more, just not during a live. So when I go back, I'll go back and get one of them recipes. And we might have some porcupine meatloaf one night because I've had it before. We just called it meatloaf with rice. How boring. Porcupine sounds so much better. Y'all have a blessed night. Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.